Welcome, Never Betters, to my YouTube channel. I'm Susan, and this is Buddy Sherman. We are so grateful you're here. So today I prepared a 45-minute Vinyasa Flow Yoga class for you, all about movement and message. In the flow, we move in and out of variations of lizard pose. The message is about how movement shifts emotion. I hope you enjoy. If you like what you see, hit that thumbs up, push the bell for future notifications, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Now let's get after the best version of you today. If you follow me at Never Better Yoga on Spotify, we're going to go ahead and press today's playlist all together right now. Then come with me right to the top of your mat, feet just the width of your hips. Make a solid platform of a stance with the soles of your feet. Shrug and roll your shoulders, just one big circle up and around, and come to mountain pose, standing tall, stacking. So you've got your ankles over your feet, your knees over your ankles, your hips over your knees. Expand the side bodies. And then close your eyes. So start to notice your breath. You might begin to create a little bit of a whisper of a sound of your breath. Moving your breath in and out through your nose. And you might even notice little sways of your body. Now staying right here in this stance, keeping your eyes closed, collect your hands at heart center and draw your chin down towards your chest. So today, before we flow, the focus of our practice is on balance. Just seeking balance in our lives with that knowingness that we truly have everything we need to realize all of our wishes, prayers, dreams. So should you have a specific purpose today, an intention you'd like to set in your heart for today's practice, solidify that in your heart, in your mind, in your spirit right now. Then go ahead and open your eyes, lace your hands, press them forward as you lower your sits bones down, lightening up your toes, coming to a half of a seat. Now keep your arms lifted, straighten your legs, soften your elbows, lift up and over to the right. Come back to the center. Keep the collarbone wide and lacing the hands continually. Lean up and over to the left. Come back to the center. Bring your hands out in front. Extend your arms, drop your hips, lighten your toes. Inhale, stand, soften the elbows, lean right. Back to the center, soften the elbows, lean left. Back to the center. Release that connection now. Lace your hands behind your back. Index fingers go long. Retract your shoulders and even look up. Now stay standing. Heel toe your feet further apart. Maybe even the width of your mat. Soften your knees. Bend at the waist. Keep your hands laced and cascade down into a fold. Now let one knee and then the other knee bend. And then release the connection of your hands behind your back and either put your hands on blocks or tense your finger pads. And just make a right to left shift. So you're going to bend one knee and then the other. Maybe even moving your head around a little bit. And if you prefer a figure 8 style, you can start to weave that and either keep your hands like they are, or another option would be to come into ragdoll. One hand on each bicep. Now, hold up in your fold and find stillness. Then move your head back and forth, letting any kind of worry, any kind of angst, any kind of doubt, any fear or anxiety that you're carrying today, something you're concerned about, let it spill right out onto your mat. And then draw that yes back in with that knowingness that you are exactly where you belong. There's no coincidence that you are here today. Release your hands down. I want you to pop your right heel up. Right hand stays down. Twist open to the left. Now you can keep the left hand on your hip. You could levitate the left arm straight up to the sky, or maybe even a half bind, left hand to the small of the back, or even to the top of the right thigh. Now release back down to a fold. Take a halfway lift. Maybe hands come upon your shins. And then elbows go wide as you pull yourself together. Do that 2 more times. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, breathe out 1 more time, finding a deeper expression of this fold when you pull yourself together. Now pop the left heel up, left hand down, twist open to the right. Maybe it's right hand, right hip. Maybe you want to levitate and stack your shoulders with the right arm lifting. Perhaps right hand to the small of your back or even to the top of the left thigh. Breathe into the rotation, to the twist. Now release that down. Pull your heels in and toes out. Drop your hips and come to Malasana with hands at heart center. Hands at heart center, that yoga squat. And breathe. Now take your arms in front of your shins. Wrap around. If you can, capture the backs of your heels. And then kick your heels out and come back to that fold. Take another halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold back down. Heel toe your feet all the way together at the top of your mat and rise up, stand tall. Right hand, left wrist, side bend. Come back to the center. Even V your arms as you look up. Left hand, right wrist, lean left. Now this time, a brush and a sweep with the left leg behind the right. Your knees knock. You're kind of curtsy and bowing. Inhale, rise up, V your arms. Right foot behind the left. Brush and sweep. Now we're going to keep that going. Inhale, look up, V the arms. Exhale, bow, brush and sweep. Inhale, rise up, look up. Exhale, brush, bow and sweep. Couple more sets. Inhale and lift. Exhale and bow. Inhale on the rise, coming out of the water. Exhale, dive back in. One more time each side with that brush and sweep. Sweeping away any static in the attic, any cobwebs in the head. And then hold up in the center, hook your thumbs, open the front body. Exhale, dive right over your legs. Hinge, bend, and fold. Inhale and lengthen. Go ahead and step back to hands and knees, coming right into a little cat and a little cow. So you're going to push the earth away, pull your navel into your spine, round your back and tuck your chin. Inhale, soften and melt your heart. Just a couple more times. Push the earth away, pull your navel into your spine. Inhale, create that whisper of your breath. Last time, exhale, round and hollow. Inhale, soften and melt. Now take your knees wide, drop your hips towards your heels, and come right into child's pose. So if you were to give yourself a number, that number could be the level of stress that you feel. 1 to 10, 10 being the highest possible level. You don't have to say it out loud, just in your own mind. Where do you stand right now? We're going to see if we can shift that stress meter. So quantify that level, just give it a number, 10 being the highest level. And then knowing at any time during your practice you want to come back to this place for a little rest, that is always, always an option. Now we're going to bring our hands back toward our body. Our knees are wide, big toes together. Tap the top of your head. Now, go chin, chest, belly, slither right on down, bringing your forearms forward, lifting your heart up for Sphinx pose. Yes, open the front body, soften your face, breathe in. Exhale, lower your chin back down. Do that again. Breathe in, lift your heart up. And then lower back down. Now this time, bring the right forearm in to be parallel to the top of your mat and bend your left leg. Left hand sweeps back, maybe pulling the left heel in as you pump your heart up. Now reverse it. Left forearm down, right leg bends, right hand reaches back, push the right heel in as your heart lifts up. Now lower all the way down. I want you to stack your fists and rest your forehead on top of your fists. Bend both legs, flex your feet and go right, switch, switch, switch. So you're just going to cross. Your legs are bent, your feet are flexed, and you're doing a little scissors in and out. Now hold up and rinse right and left. So you're just going to kind of tip over to the right, tip over to the left. Your legs become like windshield wipers, just wiping away, helps give a little mobility into your lower back. The movements don't have to be really big. Even tiny little shifts can increase that mobility. Now levitate your legs out straight again. The tops of your feet are onto your mat. You're going to tee your arms, letting the right arm and left arm jet out from your shoulders. Right leg is going to bend. Right arm comes in with tented finger pads to roll up and over on the left hip. Stretch the right arm up and back to open your front body. You could use the right foot as a kickstand. You could capture the right hand to the right foot if that Chapasana option is available. And then nice and slowly pivot back prone onto your belly. Legs long, tops of feet press in, arms teed out. Left leg bends. Left arm comes in. Propel yourself up and over onto the right hip. Left arm stretches up and back, opening the front body. Should feel good. Breathe into that opening. Maybe you want to catch left hand into foot, pushing the hand into the foot. Open the heart. Breathe. Come back around. Let your forearms come down to come back to Sphinx. Heart lifts. Breathe in. Exhale, lower your chin back down. Slide your hands back by your ribs. And then tuck your toes under. Pop your hips up and find your way right into downward facing dog. Now you're going to pedal through your feet a little bit, shifting your heels back behind your second and third toe. Maybe even doing a little pivot with your hips as you lengthen the side body, shifting right to left. Then holding up in your down dog, elevate your right leg up, roll open at the hip. Pull the right knee to the right tricep and then step it to the outside of the right pinky finger. So you're coming to a high lizard. You're going to let the left outer edge of your foot spin down. Drop your hips back as you reach your arms in the opposite direction. So your tailbone is heading back on the diagonal to the right. Your hands are reaching all the way left off your mat. Beautiful. Now come back and let your left hand land on your mat and let your left knee drop. Now use your right hand to open up this right hip. So you want to push it away, maybe even mahaing this right foot and working the pinky edge side as your heart moves away from the right inner thigh. Now as you dip your hips, you're opening that left hip flexor as well. And you might even twist a little over to the right. Now you could stay right here and work this, or you could sweep your right arm back and capture a bent left leg as you kick your foot into your hand and offer your heart up. Now release that connection if you have it. Draw the left hip to stack over your left knee. Keep your right leg where it is. Dig the heel in. Flare your toes out. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe out and fold down. So this is a little different area of the right hamstring that we're stretching. And now when you rise up, bring the right foot in. Your left foot's going to hop up, coming back to that Malasana connection right at the top of your mat, that yoga squat. Now lift out of your inner thighs. Press your hands together at heart center and rise up to stand. Breathe in, look up. Exhale, come back down, breathe out. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, rise up, breathe in, look up. Exhale, come back down. Even the smallest shifts and choices can lead to revolutionary changes in our life. 1 more time. Inhale, rise up. Breathe in and then breathe out. As you plant your hands, step back to downward facing dog. Pop both heels up, shift to high plank. Maybe knees come down, going chin, chest, belly, moving through that vinyasa flow. Take it out or just meet back in down dog. Moving into the left side, elevate the left leg up, roll open at the hip. Left knee, left tricep, step that left foot outside your left pinky finger. Spin the outer edge of the right foot down. Now draw your hips to the left side of the house as you reach your hands off of your mat and over to the right. It's almost like going into a little traction of the spine, a little lengthening. Even those small little changes make revolutionary changes in our life. Dip the right knee, right hand on your mat. Now work that left inner thigh. Push it away as your heart goes in the opposite direction. Breathe. Breathe in. Let the right hip lower down to open that hip flexor and open that left hip up as you push it away and keep the left foot very active. Now you could stay right there or sweep the left hand back, capturing the right foot and open up. Now release nice and slow. Draw the right hip to stack over the right knee. Dig the left heel in and then bow down as you stretch out that left hamstring. Hands are on the inside of the left leg. Breathe. Activate that left foot. Move your breath in and out your nose. All we have is all we need. All we need is the awareness of how blessed we really are. We are way too blessed to be stressed. Left foot out on the diagonal, hop up, Malasana. Right at the top of your mat, hands to heart center. You've got this. 3 in a row. Rise up, breathe in. Think of something good right there. Exhale, come back down. Do it again. Root to rise. Breathe in. The ability to breathe in and out through your nose. 3rd time. This time, stay up. Breathe in. Hook your thumbs. Open and expand your heart. Stay standing. Heel toe your feet together. Hands to heart center and pause. Lace your hands. Press them inside out forward as you bend your knees. Rise up, soften your elbows, lean up and over to the right. Soften your elbows, lean up and over to the left. The motion helps shift our emotion. Now, release that connection. Lace your hands, draw them down the back side of your body. Look up, breathe in. Release that arm's reach. Left foot behind the right, brush and sweep. Rise up, stand tall, look up. Exhale, brush and sweep on the bow. Inhale, rise up. Consciously brush something away that's not serving you any longer. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, brush and sweep. One more time each side. A little more pep in the step. Exhale, brush and sweep. With a conscious awareness of getting rid of something that is not serving you. Stand up, breathe in, V the arms, look up. Exhale, hinge, bend, and fold. Vinyasa flow if that's part of your practice, or just meet back in down dog. Breathe. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg's gonna lift, roll open at the hip. Knee to nose, right up the center line. Step up, warrior 1. Rise up. Outer edge of the left foot roots down. Take a brush and sweep your wings back for devotional warrior. Rise up, peel the left heel off your mat, left hand forward, right hand back. Up and around, second warrior. Stay with it, breathe. Get the right knee tracking over the second and third toe, then bend into it. Outer edge of the left foot roots down. Express your arms long. Gaze over the right index finger. Inhale, heels in, toes out, stargazer, look up. Take second warrior to the back of the house. Breathe. Turn it into another stargazer, heels in, toes out. Gaze up, a double stargaze. Back to second warrior, front of the house. Now flip the right palm for peace. Windmill your hands down. Take your body through vinyasa. Maybe it's three-legged high plank. Inhaling, right leg meets the left. Tucking your toes under, meeting up and back, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts, roll open at the hip. You've got this. Left knee to nose, draw it in. Step up, Virabhadrasana 1. Root to rise, outer edge of the right foot roots. Breathe in. Exhale, devotional, brush and sweep on the bow. Peel the right heel off your mat, crescent high lunge. Right hand forward, left hand back. Beautiful. Up and around, second warrior. Left leg bends, left knee tracks over toe 2 and 3. Inhale, stargazer, heels in, toes out, gaze up. Even pause right here. You have everything you need. Second warrior to the back of the house. Breathe. Inhale, lift up, rise up, look up, breathe in. Second warrior back to the front. Keep the left leg bent, flip the left palm, reverse. Windmill your hands down. Take your body through that vinyasa flow. Maybe it's three-legged high plank. Left leg joins the right, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, dive your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Walk your hands right back to your feet at the back of your mat. Heel toe your feet together. Bend your knees, lace your hands, press them inside out. Stand up tall, back of your mat, soften your elbows, lean up and over to the right. Inhale, back up and over to the left. Inhale, back up, collect your hands at heart center. Lift your right leg up for crane. Cross your right leg over the left for standing pigeon. Now, with the brush and sweep, bow down over the left leg. Sweep your wings back. Right leg is lifted. Toes are pointed. Now, walk out three-legged down dog. Roll open at the hip. Stay right here or flip inside out for wild thing. Bring it back around. Kiss your right kneecap. Step it up, warrior 1, root to rise, come on up, breathe in, you've got this. Brush and sweep, devotional warrior, bow down. Inhale, rise up, high lunge, crescent lunge. Left hand forward, right hand back. This time exalt it, right hand outside the left hamstring, arc up and back. Now, collect your hands and hinge over that right leg. Left upper arm on the outside, twisted crescent. Bring it up and around, second warrior. There you go. You got it. Right knee tracks over the second and third toe. Externally rotate and then bend. Yes. Now, stargazer, heels in, toes out, gaze up. Second warrior, back of the house. Come back, stargazer, heels in, toes out, gaze up. You have everything you need. Back to the front, second warrior. Flip that right palm of yours, reverse, peace. Windmill your hands down. Move your body. Energize. Let that movement shift your emotion. Exhale, take it up and back. Downward facing dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. Heel toe your feet together at the back of your mat. Bend your knees. Lace your hands. Press them the opposite direction, inside out. Now, stand tall and rise. Stay with it. Stand tall. Breathe in. Soften your elbows. Lean left first. Back to the center. Lean up and over to the right. Back to the center. Collect your hands at heart center and just pause. Bring your purpose right back into your heart, finding balance in our lives, knowing that even the smallest little shifts bring revolutionary change. We have everything we need to realize all of our wishes and dreams. Tap into that place of balance. Now, left leg lifts. Back of your mat, crane. Steady your gaze. It's called drishti. Breathe continually. Cross that left leg of yours over the right thigh as you move into standing pigeon. Now the brush and the sweep. Wings fly back. Right leg bends. Left leg lifts. Now walk it out, three-legged down dog. Roll open at the left hip. Stay or flip inside out for wild thing. Bring it back around. Kiss your left kneecap. Kiss it right up the center line. Step up. You know where we're going. Warrior one. Root to rise up. Bring your gaze up. Then brush and sweep on the bow. Sweeping away anything not serving you. Keep clearing the house. Breathe in, rise up. Right heel lifts, right hand forward, left hand back. Exalt it. Left hand behind the right hamstring, arc up and back. Hinge at the waist, wring it out. And twist. Right upper arm on the outside of the left front thigh. You might stay. You might open your wings. Up and around, second warrior. Solidify your stance. Steady your gaze. Stargazer, heels in, toes out. Look up. Look up. Access that attitude of gratitude. Second warrior, back of the house, is shift your attitude to a new altitude. Come back up, heels in, toes out, gaze up. Now back to the second warrior at the front of the house. Flip the left palm for peace. Keep the left shin heading forward. Now, windmill your hands down. The motion shifts your emotion. Move through that vinyasa flow. Heart lifts. Exhale, draw your hips up and back, down dog. Walk your hands back to your feet at the back of the mat. Now, heels in, toes out. Drop your hips. Malasana, back of the house. Kickstand the right arm across, left arm lifts. Now you could either left hand small of the back or wrap a full bind or a half bind. Pop the right heel up. Heel toe the left foot in. Now rise up. Maybe you want to just carry the left hand behind your back and right hand, right shin. Maybe you want to keep that full bind for standing Marichasana. Now turn it in to tree posture. Find the balance. Your roots go deep. The crown of your head lifts high. Don't dump into the left hip. Stay tall, steady, stable. Right foot meets the left. Lace your hands, bend your knees, lighten your toes. Rise up, soften your elbows. Lean up and over to the left. Back to the center, up and over to the right. Now exhale, hinge, bend, and fold as you bow over your legs. Heel toe your feet apart, heels in, toes out. Malasana again at the back of the mat. Now this time, either stay right here and stay working out of the inner hips, or you could come to Kakasana, crow pose. Bringing your big toes together, hugging into your midline, balancing on your hands, drawing your thumbs closer in. All meeting back in Malasana. Now smile. Yes, yes, yes. Come on, we've got this. Kickstand the left arm across. Reach the right arm up. Now maybe it's a half a bind. Right hand to the small of the back. Maybe it's a full bind. You're going to pop the left heel up this time. Heel toe the right foot in. Now from here, maybe it's right hand small of the back. Left hand, left shin to stand up for a half bound, or perhaps it's full bound, standing Marichasana. Breathe. Bring it in to Vrikshasana, tree pose, back of the mat. Hands to heart center. How do you find that balance? It's from the inside out. Connecting your mind, your body, your spirit. Knowing that you have everything you need. Keep making those tiny shifts. Shift your perspective. Lace your hands. Left leg meets the right. Bend your knees and go into that half a chair. And then go ahead. Now walk out from the back of your mat. You're going to go ahead and walk out into downward facing dog. Let the right leg lift. Roll open at the hip. Draw the right knee to the right tricep. Slow and lower the right knee to the right wrist. Right heel top of the left thigh bone. Find your way right into pigeon. Ooh, an ooey gooey pigeon. All we have is all we need. All we need is the awareness of how blessed we really are. Now see where you can settle. What layer you can let go of that you've been hanging on to. Changing the things in our lives that we need to change. Accepting the things that we cannot change and learning that wisdom, that discernment of knowing the difference. Brings us into that place where we can balance out our lives. Now we're going to find our way up and onto the opposite side. Now you can come back to down dog or just shift it up. Left knee, left wrist, Left heel, top of the right thigh bone. So pigeon on the opposite side. Now, if your left hip is super high, maybe you put some sort of prop underneath, either a t-shirt or a block. But find ooey gooey pigeon, so work your way down. As we learn to lower the stress levels in our lives, we can increase the peace of mind, which helps us find that balance. So draw into the current moment. Now, right here in this pigeon, I want you to see if the number of your stress level has shifted. Even just the tiniest bit, small changes and choices, they lead to revolutionary change in our lives. Just the smallest bit of a shift. Maybe it's just a half a point. We'll take it. Yes. The gift is in the shift. And then you're going to come on up and roll onto the left sit bone. Bring the right leg around and work your way right onto your back. Let your palms go down. Head goes down. Feet are down. And I want you to pop your hips up for bridge pose. Maybe you want to lace your hands together. And then as you release that connection, I want you to take your right knee in, lacing your hands around the right shin, and just create a little itty bitty circle. And then make a circle in the opposite direction. Now cross the right leg over the left. Pick up the left leg and lace your hands under the left hamstring or capture the left shin for supine pigeon. Just breathe into the right hip. And then release that connection, but hang on to the left shin, drawing the left thigh bone in. You're laying on your back. Your right foot is planted, knee is bent. Left foot is lifted. Circle your left hip around. It's just a little small move that can make revolutionary changes in our life. When we open our heart, when we focus on the simple abundance of knowing that we have everything we need, keeping your faith, knowing that no matter what you're going through, that God holds you in the palms of His hands. Cross that left leg over the right thigh bone. Lace your hands under the right hamstring, perhaps pulling the right shin right in, but opening the left hip through the hip joint. And when you release that, slide the left leg long, hang on to the right shin, and just carry it across for a twist. Looking over to the direction of the right side of the house. Gently shifting back onto your back, hugging the right shin in, and reversing. Left shin draws in. Right hand to the outside of the left leg, rotate across, and then create a T with the left arm, or perhaps the left arm alongside, and look over to the left of the house. Come back onto your back and levitate your entire body out into our final resting posture, Shavasana. So just laying your body down with that knowingness that we are too blessed to be stressed. Let any remaining tension just dissipate from your body. And settle into a place of contentment, santosha. Now, if it would work for you to have the opportunity to stay here right now for 5, 10, 15, even 20 minutes, I invite you to turn the video off and do so. I know we will reconnect again. But if you're coming with me, just invite your renewed, restored self back into your day, your balanced self. Making that shift over onto your side into that fetal position, that place where it all began, that we have been gifted from God the privilege to live, to breathe, to move. And now assist yourself back up into your day to a comfortable, sweet seat, sweeping your arms out and up on the inhale, carrying your gifts, your graces, your blessings with balance. Seal your purpose right into your heart as you bow your chin to your chest with that knowingness that you have everything you need in your life to realize all of your wishes and dreams, and we are too blessed to be stressed. Now let's look up and finish off with one Om to home. Sip your breath in. Home. Now go on out and be a blessing. Namaste.